Good morning. Back again. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, so today we gap down. That was my alarm. But yeah, today we gap down from here. We close on Friday, open here on Sunday, so we gap down. Now we have this, price like it wants to gravitate back up to this new week opening gap. Go ahead and take that off. But I'm watching price here. Price want to gravitate towards the new week opening gap. But if you know me, you know that I'm looking for an inversion entry using the ICT silver bullet. So if I don't get that, then I won't be in the trade. So right now we're just looking to see what will happen here. So we're trading between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. So we're going to look for a setup between those times, inversion preferably. So right now we're just sitting tight, see what price doing. See if he wants to come back down here, because we do have sell side down here. These are previous days lows, and being that we gap down so low from Friday, we gap so low, I want to see us attack the sell side here. Yeah, let's see. That's what I would like to see, but price does what it wants to do. When I see the signature that I like, then I'll enter a trade. But right now we're just sitting on our hands and we're just waiting. Alright, so I'm gonna mute up and then let's take a look at the 15-minute chart real quick. See how we have 15-minute chart going up here. So it might wants to close in this new week opening gap here. So we'll see what it does. And if it does that, then probably wait for a pullback and then a continuation and see if we get an inversion from that. Probably between 310 and 350 and 410. Sorry, that will be the London macro. So we'll see if we get a pullback there and then a continuation going up to the new week opening gap, which was Friday's close, Sunday's open. So this gap right here. I don't want to put it on my chart because I don't want it too messy, but you know what I'm looking for. So let's just sit back and see what we see. So now we have some movement, and I see a potential inversion. I'm actually looking at this here. It just got created. I'm looking at this here. Let me jump on the 1 minute. I'm gonna include that here. 2 minute is just a wick, yeah. So I'm gonna include that there. All right, so I'm looking at this 2 minute fair value gap there. Believe this candle came down. That's a fair value gap on the 1 minute. Yep, with an order block. So now I'm looking for this to potentially get broken, to look for an inversion to go up here and potentially going up into the new week opening gap. So we'll see what we get here. So let's go back on the 2 minute because it's much clearer. Until I see a potential inversion on the 2 minute from this here. So if price comes down and I see an inversion that I could go lower, take price lower, then I'll look at that. But I like to stay on the 2 minute. I do miss setups, but I feel like the 2 minute for me is just like my my sweet spot as far as like the time frame I like to enter off and look at. So looking at this, I don't see anything like a fair value gap that if it gets broken, and then I could take it lower on the 2 minute. The only one I see is this one here. Seeing this 2 minute. So if this get broken, then I'll take that an inversion to go lower. Right. On the 1 minute. Now on the 1 minute, looking at this here. Now if this gets broken, right? Which it, let's see where it's at. Right at the top of that order block. If this gets broken, then look for a setup to go lower on the 1 minute. But as I mentioned, I like to stay on the 2 minute. We're coming up on the macro here soon. In about 4 minutes, start at 350 macro. So if it wants to go higher, looking for this to get broken. If it wants to get lower, we're in this 1 minute. We're in this 1 minute. Let's just label that. We're in this 1 minute fair value gap. So if it wants to go higher, you would lower or higher. Let's see what it does here. Let's go back on our 2 minute. Let's just sit on our hands for a second. Now we're going to see if price wants to reject off this 2 minute fair value gap, or it wants to break it, turn it into an inversion. If it does, we're going to go in with one contract and aim for at least $150. We'll see. Whatever it gives us. Also to mention that the midnight open is, we were way above the midnight open. So if anything, we should be looking for a price run back to the midnight open. But being that we gap down so low, as I mentioned earlier, I want to see if price wants to at least tap that, at least the bottom of that new week opening gap here. So if it wants to go up and tap that there, or at least go halfway to that. Alright, so now we're in that 350 to 410 macro, where price tends to run on liquidity. Also it spools, so it could give us our setup in here as well. So let's see what it wants to give us. I'm looking for an entry bit in this time window between 3 and 4. If I don't get an entry, I'm off the charts. So a couple more minutes here, like around 6 minutes before 4 o'clock. And I'm not seeing the signatures yet that I like, but we still got a couple more minutes to see if price could break this 2 minute here. Being at it wicked like that. It's not even closing inside of it. For my inversion, I want to see it breaks it and close above here, and then I'll look for an entry. Got around 5 minutes here before 4 o'clock. So we're just gonna see what price wants to do. See how I just sit on my hands. I'm not, not in a hurry to jump in price. If it doesn't show me my signature, otherwise known as my one setup for life, nope, I'm okay. Between the silver bullets, I use this silver bullet, the ICT silver bullet, and the inversion for an entry. So I only look for a trade between those times. So 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Now we're looking for a trade here. Now if price breaks this 2 minute fair value gap, then I will look for an entry. Because if price wanted to go lower, it would have, rejected off here and then break down. And that's usually how I look at the inversion. And it has an order block, right? So if it wanted to go lower, we want to see it stay below consequent encouragement, and we want to see it breaks down. If it wants to go lower, do I want to see that? No, because if it does that, then I have no entry, right? But if it does, I get an entry between 3 and 4 a.m. looking to go up into the new wick opening gap. But looking at the time, it's 3:57. Even if it gives me, even if it runs right now and close above this 2 minute fair value gap, I probably won't get in the trade. I'm kind of like, I don't like when it plays in it like that. You see how it's like keep on closing and consequent encouragement. So with that, I wouldn't want to be in this trade. But it is 3:58. So like 2 more minutes before 4 o'clock. So now price broke that 2 minute fair value gap. Let me just pull this out a little bit more. Price broke that 2 minute fair value gap. Now we want to see a body close outside of it. As I mentioned, that I See how it's doing that? Being wiki inside of that 2-minute fair rally gap. Yeah. Even if it closed above it, that wouldn't be something that I wanted to enter in. So that's why I'm like, nah, I'm okay. We'll come back like around 10. Come back to New York AM for the 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. silver bullet and see if we get an entry then. Nothing inside of the London silver bullet that meet our criteria. And then we have 4 o'clock. So with that, I'm off the charts. We didn't see our setup. I'm gonna get this posted on YouTube. Just reading over price action. If we did get an entry, we would have entered a trade, but as I mentioned, so ICT silver bullet inversion, we didn't get anything. So with that, peace. I'm out.